Okay, we'll talk about ATP Tour in London now. And Novak Djokovic, I mean, he lost the first set to Dominic Thiem 6-7. And then he came back second set, he won his 6-love, and the final set 6-2. So somehow he lost the balance in the opening set, and whatever happened, he was able to be the youngest player of the 8 qualifiers for the year-ending event, and of course, he won it. It was really a scare.
Yeah, massive scare, massive scare. I mean, we all know how Djokovic has been very erratic of late, and when he lost the first set, you're like, okay, that's another stutter. But Djokovic is a great champion, he's a great competitor, and that's why, you know, he fought back. You know, second set was, you know, easy as the count.
23 minutes.
Exactly, yeah, it was really on fire afterwards, and 6-2 the decider. So no surprises there for me. Djokovic will not go down without a fight, you know, before the end of this season. But for Dominic Thiem, we have to give him credit. You remember he's making it at the ATP World Tour Finals. He's one of those players, you know, to watch out for in the next 2 or 3 seasons. He's had a very decent tour season this year, and I won't be surprised if, you know, another 4 or 5 years down the line, this guy
is a Grand Slam
winner. I mean, he has all the tools. He has the skill set as well to then. I think he has the temperament as well to become a major winner. So Cecilia, Raonic,
yeah, yesterday defeating Guy Monfils. Guy Monfils somehow, well, you can't predict him. He's so unpredictable. But that game was 6-3, 6-4.
Yes.
And he did not offer a single break point to Monfils at all. So it was more like a dominant display from Raonic.
It was.
His first appearance at the ATP Finals. And, well, that's for Monfils, but he had no answers to Raonic at all. Scored 12 aces in the match, including 1 match point.
Yep, so it was a very dominant display by Milos Raonic. And like I said, well, he faces Novak Djokovic next, so that's a lot. It's going to be a lot tougher for him. But Cecilia, there will be other matches as well too. Today is the turn of the John McEnroe group. And that's where we get to see
Andy Murray.
Yeah, exactly. That's where we get to see Stan Wawrinka, first of all, will take on Kai Nishikori of Japan. Then world number 1, get used to it. Andy Murray, world number 1, will play against Marin Cilic. So those fixtures look very exciting as well too. Yeah.
So it's going to be the 2 of them in action. You have Kai Nishikori and US Open champion talking about Stan Wawrinka, and of course confirmation of the John McEnroe group there, and Andy Murray and Marin Cilic is going to be a tough one. Andy Murray definitely leading Djokovic by 405 points. Okay.
And like I said earlier, Cecilia, Djokovic is not going to go down without fighting. I mean, there's still
once he wins this,
there's still a chance he can regain his #1 status in the world. And what we've seen of Andy Murray so far is in such great form. You'd be a fool to actually rule him out from actually, you know, retaining.
I won't rule him out, but he's never won here. So I mean, the odds obviously are against him, and the group that he's in.
Cecilia,
Nishikori.
We're talking about form. We're talking about momentum. In Paris, he had never won as well too. He had never won in Paris. He went there, it's totally, you know, he had a bit of luck with guys pulling out for injury and all that.
This is home. This is London. I mean
we've seen Djokovic handle pressure. I mean, Murray is used to handling pressure. He won that Wimbledon after for how long? I mean, it's done again.
He wasn't given a chance in that point.
Exactly. So it's not about pressure for Andy Murray.
You know, the difference is he's the best player right now.
Yeah, and
so is he going to be shuttling? Is he going to be looking at the fact that, hey, I need to retain this, or I need to win this tournament? Because it's going to be from 2 sides now. He's never won here. He wants to break that duck and try to win here, and also retain his #1 spot.
I mean, that's it's a situation of one stone killing 2 birds. Okay, so he's never won before. If he does it this time around, it'll be good. Then, if he does it, obviously, he's going to keep his #1 status. So, yeah, I can't wait to see how this is going to pan out eventually.
Okay, still talking tennis, the Fed Cup. I mean, Czech Republic seems to be their birthright right now because they just have a way of winning. They were just too hot for the French. How it started with having a Karolina Pliskova and of course Barbara Strykova, all of them out playing Benovic and Carolina Garcia 7-5, 7-5 in the doubles. The hand the Vista decisive point. But there, the pictures you have there was when it started with Carolina Garcia had to put French ahead with a 6-3, 3-6, 6-3 victory over Karolina Pliskova, and we thought, okay, they were going to go ahead and maybe shock them, but somehow it just didn't happen because Barbara Pliskova had to beat Elise Cornet 6-2, 7-6. And they were not level on tie 2-2, so they had to go to
decider. That's the doubles.
So,
yeah,
and that was where it was decided.
Surprise, surprise. Actually, no surprise at
That's
all.
all. I didn't get surprise.
They won that doubles match, and that was the Karolina Pliskova. They won that one 7-5, 7-5. And you said earlier about the dominance, of the Fed Cup, and it's incredible. They won 5 titles as Czechoslovakia in 1970s and the 80s, and they dominated the women's team competitions as well in recent times. So it's not really a surprise for me that once again, Czech Republic are Fed Cup champions.
It's no surprise at all, especially the way they actually started. So I felt, okay, the French was going to upset it at the beginning, but somehow that fight was
came back. Yeah, they came back really well,
and they were able to take it, especially when Garcia beating Petra Kvitova, number 11. That one 7-6, 6-3 on Saturday. I felt, okay, well, the French are really here. But when the doubles came, they decided they had to go into it. Well, they just have to take it because it's more like a bet right for them now. That's the way it is. Celebrations from all of them. Okay, and before we go on a break, well, you guys can talk to us on Twitter and on Facebook. What are we going to be talking about? The Super Eagles, of course, and also the Falconets, how it all started on the Sunday morning. I mean, the trashing 6 goes to nothing. We'll be talking about that. But talk to us on Twitter and on Facebook. What do you think we can actually do to develop women's game in Nigeria? Because somehow it's just getting too much. The Flamingos, you know what happened right there when they went for the under 17, and now this is the under 20. When you're having the age grade tournament not doing so well, what happened to the Super Falcons? It's going to be very, very tough. We're on a break now. We'll come back. We'll talk more about the Falconets.